we are back on the TimeShot server. Welcome back. I am working on my wall. I did finish terraforming over in this area. If you've been following my live streams, that's been sort of a thing. And I'm building a little more of this wall. So that's what we're doing. Like, we're building this up to... yeah, right there. This is where we're building it up to. It makes perfect sense. So we've got to bring this all the way down there before it gets dark and bad things want to eat my face. We might have to actually terraform more. No, I don't care. Okay, so I wanted to talk about something today, and I wanted to go into it a little bit further. Because it was kind of a deep question. You guys have been asking some really good questions. We asked for it too. We asked for like deeper questions, and boy, did you guys deliver. A lot of the questions for Q&A Friday were pretty dang deep. And I did ask for it, but a lot of the people I was recording with were not expecting it. They were expecting some of your later questions. And it wasn't any of your fault, so don't ever think that you're to blame. I wanted to talk about anxiety and depression. So it's a thing in our culture where some people feel super ashamed to talk about when they're sad, which really stinks because the last thing you should ever feel when you're down is that you can't seek help about it. I mean, here on the TimeShot server, we have several people who do deal with depression, and they sort of feel like, some people feel like they should be ashamed of it. And I don't think it's something anybody should ever be ashamed of, is feeling sad. You can't control how your brain feels. Yes, you can choose what you're going to do about it, but you should never feel ashamed because you are depressed. And that's a big deal for me because I suffer from anxiety. I have anxiety issues. Sometimes it can bring on depression, but I'm not actually depressed. It just basically, I can get to the point where I'm very, very sad, but it usually has to do with my anxiety. I have social anxiety where I'm very much worried about what other people think about me. I'm worried that they're judging me. I know, it's really sad, but it's like I can't stop myself from caring what other people think about me. And Poet has actually helped me a lot in this regard because he is such a carefree person. Like, you guys have no idea how carefree he is. He's the most inspirational person I've ever met. And every day he just makes me want to he makes me happier. So it's really nice because the entire time he was here, I feel like I lived life better when he was here. I went out more. I don't usually go out because, like I said, I have social anxiety. So when I go out, I'm always usually worried that people are judging me. And it's worse now too, because now that I have teal hair, you sort of stick out and people really look at you a lot. So that's actually helped me out too, because I've had to deal with my social. Oh, I didn't realize Jake was on the server. Hi, Jake. So having teal hair has also helped me have to deal with my social anxiety. So my social anxiety has been kind of tamed. Actually, I'm feeling better about myself. I go out more. So social anxiety that's not like the only anxiety that I have. I also have just regular anxiety where I worry about things like I'll worry about money. I'll worry about bills. Will I get bills paid? I'll worry. What else will I worry about? I'll worry if I don't get all my workout done every day. Like if I have to do at least 30 minutes of cardio every single day. Okay, I don't have to. In fact, my doctor actually said that I only have to do it 6 days a week, but I feel guilty if I don't. Like, my brain is really bad. It's so bad when it comes to that sort of stuff. What else will I worry about? I'll worry about if I'm getting enough protein in my day. I'll worry if... I just worry. I worry about everything, and I stress about everything. Video games, in a way, help me, like, to curb my problem, because, like, while I'm playing a video game, I forget to worry. And so it's sort of my escape. But the thing is, when I do, when I stop playing video games, then it's like, oh, remember all that stuff we were trying not to think about before? Well, here it is. Or like when I'm going to bed, I have insomnia issues for the same reason. Because my brain will be like, hey, we don't have anything to distract ourselves now. Let's think about all the crap we didn't want to think about earlier. Yay! And that's sort of what my brain does. And not only does it do that, it also gets really down on myself too. Like, not only do I worry about something where if I don't do something, like if I don't do my workout, then my brain just racks up the guilt and I feel like I've failed. If I sleep in too long, I feel like I've failed myself. If I don't clean my house, I feel like I'm a failure. And it's just that, it's that self-doubt and anxiety that just torments me so much. And it can get to the point where I just feel so mad at myself, which makes me sad, which just makes me feel worse. And it's this endless cycle. It's terrible. So I want this and this. I don't want that. No. That and that. Okay, let's see where we're at. I think we can build more of the wall. Maybe. But the nice thing about it is that I always feel like I can talk to somebody. And the sad part is, I mean, I wasn't always like this free to talk to somebody. Like my mom, I remember when I was a teenager and I didn't like talking to, I wanted to be normal. I was ashamed. I was ashamed that my brain didn't work normally. And I just wanted more than anything to fit in with everybody else. I wanted to be a normal girl. So I do understand the whole shame where you realize that you're different and you want to be normal. And so you hide it. And you don't want help. Like my mom took me to a therapist and she's like, talk to this person. And you know what I did? I lied to the therapist and she told my mom I was a normal girl and there was nothing wrong with me. And it wasn't true, really. There was something wrong with me. My brain was being mean to me, basically. That's what my brain was doing. My brain was being a butt face, and I didn't want to be different. So I just thought if I could pretend I was normal, then everything would be fine. And it's not the way things work. If you need help, you need help. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There really is nothing. If anybody ever makes you feel bad for asking for help, they're the ones that need to be ashamed, really. Because I tell you what, nobody is perfect. And people who say they are lying because nobody's perfect. Okay, so we need to go up to there. All right. I got this. Let's put a torch down right here, though, because it's really dark. So let me figure this out a minute. It's been a while since I've built wall. To there. So one more. Is that right? I think so. And then boop. And then two more, I think. Yes! Yes! Let me go look. I think that's right. Looks good to me. Yeah. So then we do it right here too. I just want to make sure this is right before we continue talking. We should get that one too. Gimme. It has to be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so one more. And then we do boop. Boop. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Let me look. Oh, we're making a wall. Yay! I'm so happy. Okay. So, help. People actually, they do. They feel shamed. And it makes me sad that people don't feel like they can be honest. So 1, 2, 3. So we got, okay. And maybe you're one of those people that is struggling with depression and you feel like you can't talk about it or you're ashamed about it. Look at that creeper and zombies. Hello, creeper and zombies. Do you want to blow up in my face? That was a mistake. Goodbye. Hello, Zamble. And I'm going to put a link down in the description below, and it's a link for this website that actually offers free assistance for people who want to talk to somebody but feel ashamed. And it's an anonymous site. You can actually talk to paid, like, people who are therapists. And if you need to talk to somebody, I want you to give them a call. Because, you know, it's sometimes actually talking to somebody about the way you feel can make you feel so much better. Even if it's a friend, but, you know, if you don't feel comfortable about talking with a friend, you need to talk to somebody. Like as much as you think it won't help, really it does. Even if they don't have any assist or any like valuable advice, just the ability to talk to somebody about the way your brain works and the things you're feeling is honestly the most amazing feeling ever. I mean, I'm able to talk to Poet. I'm completely honest. I mean, I tell him how, and we talk about it, that my brain's being stupid, because that's what it is entirely. It's not me. The feelings I have aren't, you're loud. You guys are loud. And I'm trying to talk. Sounds. Shut up. There we go. You know, just because your brain is saying, oh, you're stupid. And I've gotten to the point where my brain does that too. It says, oh, you know what? You're stupid. No one ever is going to like you. And I know that's not true, but my brain will think that. And so I'll tell Poet about that. And I'll be like, I just, for some reason, I know that it's not logical, but I still feel like I'm an idiot because of this thing, or I feel guilty. And he'll be like, well, that's just not true. And it's like, yes, I do know that that's not true. But, it's still the way I feel. I can't help it, because logic has nothing to do. When you are suffering from anxiety and I don't know about depression. I don't suffer from depression. But I know that when you suffer from anxiety, logic has nothing to do with how your brain is stupid. Like, it could make no sense whatsoever to think things, but you still do. And there's no amount of like rationalizing with your brain that will get it to stop. It'll still think, nope, you're dumb. Or nope, nobody likes you. Even though it's like, I have friends. I talk to them on a daily basis. My life is actually okay. Nope, you're sad. It's like, oh, okay, thanks. Thanks, brain. Thank you. That's great. And it doesn't make sense. And don't feel like, just because it doesn't make sense, it's stupid and you shouldn't feel that way. You can't help feeling that way. It's understandable. It's just your brain is different than some people. Your brain works differently. It just completely likes to sabotage you, and it's your worst enemy. But you know what? You can still function. It is still possible to function. And on most days, I don't usually have a problem functioning. In fact, most days I'm pretty okay. Most days I'm able to say, yep, my brain's stupid, and completely move on. Most days I'm a highly functioning, anxiety-riddled person. I know that doesn't make sense, but it does to me. Ow! Rude! I am talking here. But it just don't underestimate how much just sharing the way you feel will help, because having somebody that just is willing to listen and sympathize. Poet does not suffer from anxiety. He does not suffer from depression. He doesn't know what it's like to suffer from either. He's actually one of the healthiest people I've ever met. But he's willing to listen. He's willing to sit there and hold my hand and listen when I'm dealing with my issues. And that makes him a wonderful person. And I feel so much better just having told him how I'm feeling. Even if there's nothing he can do about it. It's just really great. And that's what some people don't get either, is when you're suffering from depression, sometimes we don't want a solution. Sometimes we don't want rational. Sometimes we just want somebody to listen to us and tell us that it's okay, you still love us, even though our brain's stupid. So, I don't know. Ah, rude! Do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind? I'm rambling. I really am rambling. But that's just how I feel. And if you are suffering from depression, don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like you can't talk about it. Find somebody. Find somebody, if it's a friend. If you don't feel comfortable talking to your friends because maybe they don't know that you suffer from depression and you've somehow hidden the fact from them and the rest of the world. Although I can't imagine any friends like really not getting that you're depressed. But maybe they're not. Maybe you're able to really hide it because I can hide things too. And I'm out of stone bricks. Yes, I am. Okay, we're going to break these down. I'll go get some more. I feel bad. But oh well. Maybe you're one of those people that's able to completely hide the fact that they are suffering from depression and nobody around you has ever even realized it. And that makes you feel more and more alone. Maybe that's a bad thing. If you're able to hide it that well, doesn't it make you feel even worse? I mean, I can function and hide it, but it's still glaringly obvious when I have my bad days. People around me notice because I don't have any motivation. I just don't. And I cry a lot. That's my problem. I'm kind of a crybaby. But it's just maybe you can hide it. And I don't know if that's healthy. I'm not anybody to tell you how to live. I am the last person who's going to judge you. I tell you that. But I mean, is it working for you? If it is, then power to you. If it isn't, maybe you should think about that. But never, ever feel like you can't talk to somebody about it. Never. Because there's always somebody out there, even if it's an anonymous person, like the link I have in the description below. There's somebody out there who cares and wants to help and wants you to feel better about yourself. Or wants to be that person that will just listen to you. And especially if you're thinking about harming yourself, definitely give them a call, please. I will feel so much better if you do. But I'm not really good at ranting. Poet could probably go on this topic for about an hour or so. I really felt like that question about how do I deal with depression, it really hit home to me. And I don't deal with depression, but I do deal with anxiety. And I know that it's basically your brain just doesn't work like other people. It's basically it. But there's nothing to be ashamed about. And if anybody's making you feel ashamed about it, then they're the bad ones, not you. So I think with that, I'm going to call this a day. Because it's late. It's like after 9 p.m. It's Easter still. I was with my family. And we didn't get home till late, so I'm getting my recording done pretty late. But I love your faces, you guys. I hope that if you are suffering from depression, you will talk to somebody. I'm not going to say seek help, because you know what? Sometimes there is no solution. There's no fix. But talk to somebody. Share how you feel. It'll make you feel like you're not alone. If you are feeling like you're alone, it will make you feel better. So I love your faces, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.